At the very top of our world lies a realm of profound silence and magnificent desolation. A continent of ice and snow, so vast it challenges our perception of scale, so ancient it holds the memory of millennia in its frozen heart. This is the Arctic Circle, a place that exists at the edge of imagination, a final frontier on our own planet. It is a kingdom governed not by humanity, but by the elemental forces of nature in their most raw and untamed state. Here the sun can be a fleeting visitor or a constant companion, and the cold is a physical presence, a sculptor that has shaped every feature of this formidable landscape for eons. Where the earth meets the frozen deep, nature carves its masterpiece. These are the great rivers of ice, glaciers that have ground their way through mountains over countless centuries. They are the architects of this land, their slow, inexorable advance and retreat, gouging out valleys, sharpening peaks, and creating the dramatic fjords that define the coastline. Each layer of ice is a page in Earth's climate history, a frozen record of snowfall, volcanic ash, and atmospheric change. But these titans are not static. They are alive, breathing and moving. With thunderous roars that echo for miles, they surrender parts of themselves to the ocean, a powerful and visceral reminder that even in this frozen world, change is the only constant. A land sculpted by ice and time, standing eternal against the relentless tides. The icebergs that break free begin a new journey. They are floating monuments, each one unique, their visible peaks hiding the immense majority of their mass beneath the waves. They drift on silent currents, their surfaces weathered by wind and water, into fantastical shapes, temporary castles of crystal and white. They are both breathtakingly beautiful and profoundly dangerous, a testament to the dual nature of the Arctic, a place of serene beauty and unforgiving power. The dark, nutrient-rich waters of the Arctic Ocean embrace them, a life-giving sea that is the foundation for an extraordinary web of survival. This is the Arctic, vast, untamed, and alive with secrets. For in this seemingly barren expanse, life does not just endure, it thrives in ways that are both ingenious and inspiring. Every creature is a master of adaptation. The polar bear, the undisputed king of this domain, roams the sea ice, a perfectly evolved hunter in a world of white. The Arctic fox, a phantom in the snow, survives on cunning and resilience. Herds of muskoxen, living relics of the last ice age, form impenetrable defensive circles against the cold and predators. Beneath the ice, seals and walruses navigate the frigid depths, while colossal whales migrate thousands of miles to feast in these productive summer waters. Life here is a constant struggle, a testament to the sheer force of the evolutionary will to survive against all odds. For thousands of years, humans have also called this wilderness home. The indigenous peoples of the Arctic developed a relationship with this environment built on profound respect and deep knowledge. They learned to read the ice, to follow the animals, and to live in harmony with the seasons' dramatic shifts. Their survival depended on community, ingenuity, and an understanding that they were a part of this landscape, not its masters. Later, explorers from the south, driven by curiosity and ambition, sought to conquer this land, often underestimating its power. Their stories are etched into the history of this place, tales of incredible endurance, discovery, and often tragedy. The echoes of their journeys and the ancient wisdom of the first inhabitants linger in the vast silence. But as the sun dips below the horizon, ushering in the long polar night, the Arctic prepares for its most spectacular transformation. The world of white and blue surrenders to an infinite black. The cold deepens, the air becomes still and crisp, and the sky, free from the haze of city lights, reveals a clarity unknown to most of the world. Billions of stars emerge, not as faint specks, but as brilliant, glittering diamonds scattered across a velvet canvas. The Milky Way cuts a luminous path across the heavens. It is a celestial spectacle in its own right, a humbling view into the vastness of the cosmos. But beneath these frozen skies, a dance begins, a cosmic ballet of light and color. It starts millions of miles away, at the heart of our solar system. The sun, a churning nuclear furnace, constantly ejects a stream of charged particles into space, the solar wind. This invisible river of energy travels at incredible speeds, and when it reaches our planet, it meets Earth's protective magnetic field. Most of these particles are deflected, but some are captured and funneled down along the magnetic field lines towards the polar regions. Here, in the upper atmosphere, they are set on a collision course with atoms of oxygen and nitrogen. The result of this high-energy collision is a breathtaking phenomenon. The atmospheric atoms become excited, and as they return to their normal state, they release their excess energy in the form of light. It is a spectacle that has captivated humanity for millennia, a light show on a planetary scale. Known to science as the Aurora Borealis, and to ancient cultures as the spirits of ancestors, the dance of dragons, or a bridge to the heavens, it is a silent, ethereal fire, painting the night with impossible hues of green, pink, and violet. This is the ultimate secret of the Arctic night, a reward for those who brave its darkness. Join us as we chase the majestic northern lights. The Arctic is more than a destination on a map. It is a living, breathing frontier. From a distance, it appears as a world of stark, silent white, a realm of stillness, locked in ice. But this perception is a fragile illusion, as delicate as the first frost of winter. To truly understand this place, one must look closer, listen deeper, and feel the immense ancient energies that pulse just beneath the surface. This is not a land of emptiness, but a world of profound power, where the forces of creation are not a distant memory of the past, but a constant, tangible presence. It is a kingdom of ice and light, a testament to the enduring power of nature at its most raw and untamed. Here, towering cliffs of Precambrian rock, among the oldest on Earth, rise like guardians of stone and ice. They have stood for billions of years, silent witnesses to the planet's long and tumultuous history. They've watched continents drift, mountains rise and fall, and countless ice ages come and go. Their weathered faces are a geological storybook, etched with the deep scars of time and pressure. These are the very bones of the planet, laid bare by the relentless sculpting power of the cryosphere, the dominion of frozen water that defines the polar world. At the heart of this power are the glaciers, the great architects of the Arctic. These are not static monuments, but rivers of ice, flowing under their own immense weight. Born from millennia of accumulated snowfall, each layer compresses the one beneath it, squeezing out the air and forging dense crystalline ice. They move slowly, but relentlessly, carving valleys, grinding mountains into dust, and feeding the sea with colossal icebergs. The sound of the Arctic is often the voice of this ice, a deep internal groaning as it shifts and strains, punctuated by the explosive crack of a new crevasse opening, or the thunderous roar of a calving event, a dramatic reminder that even landscapes are alive and in constant, powerful motion. The legacy of their passage is etched into the very coastline. Frozen fjords, some stretching for hundreds of kilometers, cut deep into the earth. These are the colossal footprints left behind by the glaciers of the last ice age, valleys they gouged out that were later flooded by the rising sea. Today, they are serene, cathedral-like corridors of water and rock, reflecting the pale, ethereal glow of the long Arctic twilight. Their still, dark waters hold a mirror to the sky, creating a world of perfect, chilling symmetry, a place where heaven and earth seem to meet. This ice is more than just a sculptor of landscapes. It is a chronicler of history. Trapped within the glaciers are tiny bubbles of air, actual samples of Earth's ancient atmosphere, preserved for hundreds of thousands of years. For scientists, these ice cores are invaluable time capsules. By analyzing the gas within these bubbles and the chemistry of the ice itself, they can reconstruct past climates with astonishing precision. They can read the story of ancient volcanic eruptions, sudden warming periods, and the ebb and flow of greenhouse gases. The ice, in its silent depths, holds the secrets to our planet's past, and perhaps the keys to understanding its future. It is a library of deep time, written in a language of frost and pressure. To journey here is to enter a different realm of light. For months on end, the sun never sets, circling the horizon in a perpetual golden twilight. And for the long months of the polar night, it never rises, leaving the world cloaked in a deep, stardusted darkness. Between these extremes are the transitional seasons, when the sun hangs low, painting the snow and ice in impossible shades of pink, orange, and violet. This is a light that transforms the ordinary into the magical, a light that seems to slow time itself. It is under these unique celestial conditions, in the profound clarity of the polar sky, that the stage is set for the Arctic's greatest spectacle. Yet, this formidable world is far from lifeless. Life here is tenacious, resourceful, and exquisitely adapted. Every niche is filled, from the microscopic algae that bloom beneath the sea ice, forming the base of a rich marine food web, to the undisputed sovereign of this realm, the polar bear. Survival is an art form. The Arctic fox wears a coat of pure white, becoming one with the snow to stalk its prey unseen. Seals, with their streamlined bodies and layers of blubber, navigate a dual existence between the solid ice and the liquid sea. To walk here is to step back into a world shaped by forces older than humankind, and to witness the incredible, enduring will to live in the face of overwhelming odds. For millennia, humans have also been a part of this ecosystem. The indigenous peoples of the Arctic, like the Inuit, did not just survive here. They thrived, developing a profound and intricate knowledge of the ice, the weather, and the animals. Their culture and spirituality are woven into the very fabric of this landscape. Their stories are carried on the wind, their understanding of the natural world, a vital lesson in respect and balance. They are the original guardians of the North, their presence a reminder that a human life in harmony with this environment is not only possible, but has been a reality for thousands of years. For the modern visitor, this world offers a different perspective. We arrive as guests, equipped with technology that allows us to traverse this challenging terrain, to witness its wonders in relative comfort. But even with our modern tools, we are humbled. The sheer scale of the landscape dwarfs our presence, putting our own lives and concerns into a stark, new context. To travel here is to feel small, to feel temporary. It is a journey not just across a physical distance, but into a deeper understanding of our own place on this wild, magnificent planet. The land itself is the teacher, and its first lesson is one of humility. This is the Arctic realm, a world of staggering beauty and unforgiving power, a place of deep time and vibrant life. It is a land that challenges, inspires, and transforms all who venture into its embrace. But the wonders of this realm are not confined to the land and sea. Here, in this place of extreme purity and darkness, the sky itself holds a spectacular promise, a celestial dance of light that connects our world to the vastness of the cosmos. Our journey has just begun. For those who call this land home, the Northern Lights have always been more than light. To the Sami people, they were living spirits dancing in the heavens. Norse legends spoke of Valkyries riding across the sky, sparks from their armor igniting the night. Each story wove meaning into the Aurora, turning light into legend and mystery into faith. Today, science gives us answers to what once seemed like magic. Charged particles from the sun race across millions of miles, colliding with Earth's magnetic shield. As they strike the upper atmosphere, atoms of oxygen and nitrogen awaken, releasing energy as light. Green, red, violet, blue. The colors of the aurora are the fingerprints of our planet's invisible defenses. To chase the aurora is to surrender to patience. Nights stretch long, the cold bites deep. Sometimes the skies remain silent, but then, a shimmer on the horizon, a whisper of green, barely visible at first, and suddenly, the heavens ignite. Ribbons twist and curl, streams of light dance across the darkness, silent, powerful, infinite. In the silence of the Arctic, the aurora becomes more than sight. It becomes emotion. The vast, icy landscape below mirrors the vastness of the universe above. Every flicker of green, every wave of violet feels like a heartbeat of the earth itself. To stand beneath it is to be reminded that we are part of something timeless, something greater than ourselves. But even here, the frozen world is changing. Glaciers retreat, ice thins. The Arctic, long thought eternal, is fragile. To chase the lights is to chase a wonder that depends on balance, a balance threatened by warming seas and shifting climates. Protecting this land means protecting the magic of the aurora itself. As the final ethereal ribbons of the Aurora Borealis fade into the approaching dawn, the celestial theatre gives way to the terrestrial one. The night's magic recedes, unveiling a world of stark, profound beauty. Here, where the earth meets the frozen deep, we are reminded of our place in the grand, unfolding story of time. The light of a new day washes over landscapes carved by forces that operate on scales we can barely comprehend. These mountains, these fjords, these vast frozen plains, they are the silent witnesses to millennia of cosmic light shows. They hold the memory of every solar storm, every magnetic dance, long before human eyes ever looked up in wonder. Our journey has been a pursuit of light, a chase into the heart of the polar night. But in seeking the aurora, we have found something more. We have found a connection to the planet's own deep rhythms. The ground beneath our feet is a library of geological time. In the layers of ancient rock and the compressed strata of glacial ice, a history is written. A story of planetary evolution, of shifting climates, and of life's incredible persistence. Each ice core pulled from the depths of the Greenland or Antarctic ice sheets is like a frozen scroll, containing trapped bubbles of ancient atmosphere, volcanic ash, and cosmic dust, allowing us to read the climate of the past and perhaps to understand the trajectory of our future. The aurora dances, the glaciers move, and the Arctic endures. Each of these truths operates on its own timescale. The aurora's dance is ephemeral, a fleeting spectacle of hours, born from a journey of particles that took mere days to travel from the sun. Its performance is unique each night, a transient masterpiece painted with electrons and protons on a canvas of nitrogen and oxygen. It is a reminder of the dynamic, ever-changing connection between our star and our world, a beautiful, visible symptom of the invisible forces that shape our cosmic neighborhood. Then, there are the glaciers, the great rivers of ice. Their movement is imperceptible to the naked eye, a slow, inexorable crawl measured in centimeters per day. Yet their power is monumental. They are the sculptors of continents, grinding mountains into dust, carving valleys and depositing fertile soil. They are the planet's thermal regulators, their vast white surfaces reflecting sunlight back into space, their meltwater driving deep ocean currents that influence weather patterns across the globe. But today, their ancient, steady march has accelerated into a frantic retreat. As we watch colossal fragments carve into the sea, we are witnessing not just a spectacular display of natural power, but a profound and worrying symptom of a world out of balance. The endurance of these ice giants is being tested as never before in human history, and through it all, the Arctic endures. It is a realm of extreme contrasts, of months-long darkness and perpetual summer sun. Life here has not just survived, it has thrived through breathtaking adaptations. The polar bear, a master of the sea ice, patrols its shrinking kingdom. The Arctic fox, its coat of perfect camouflage, listens for the faintest sound of prey beneath the snow. Tiny, resilient flowers bloom in the brief summer, racing to complete their life cycle before the long winter returns. This ecosystem, so finely tuned to the rhythms of ice and cold, now faces an uncertain future. Its endurance is a testament to the power of evolution, but its fragility in the face of rapid, human-induced change is a stark warning. To witness the Northern Lights is to embark on a modern pilgrimage. The journey often leads us above the Arctic Circle to the lands of the midnight sun and the polar night. The destinations are as varied and dramatic as the lights themselves. In Norway, one might board a coastal steamer, tracing the jagged coastline and sailing deep into the fjords that were carved by the very glaciers we see today. In towns like Tromsø, the Paris of the North, modern life buzzes under the auroral arc. Here, you can connect with the rich culture of the Indigenous Sami people, for whom the lights, or Agwavsahas, have held deep spiritual significance for centuries, a bridge to the spirit world, the voices of ancestors. Travel to Iceland, and you enter a realm of fire and ice, a geological wonderland where the raw power of the earth is on constant display. Here, the Aurora dances above active volcanoes, steaming geothermal fields, and the ethereal Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon, where icebergs carved from a nearby glacier drift silently out to sea. The contrast of the green lights against a landscape of black volcanic sand and glowing blue ice is a photographer's dream and a naturalist's fantasy. Or perhaps the chase leads you to the vast, untamed wilderness of northern Canada or Alaska. Here, far from the glow of cities, the darkness is absolute. From a remote cabin or a traditional dog sled, the silence of the frozen landscape is profound, broken only by the wind, the call of a wolf, or the rumored faint crackle of the aurora itself. This is an immersion into true wilderness, an experience that strips away the non-essential and connects you to a more primal state of being. And there are other frontiers. In Finnish Lapland, you can watch the spectacle from the comfort of a glass igloo, a cozy bubble of warmth in a world of snow and ice. In Sweden's Abisko National Park, a unique microclimate creates the famed Blue Hole, a patch of reliably clear sky that makes it one of the best places on Earth for aurora viewing. Each location offers a different context, a different flavor to the experience, but the prize is always the same: a personal encounter with one of the planet's greatest wonders. The chase itself is part of the magic. It involves a new kind of literacy, learning to read the weather charts and the solar wind data from space weather prediction centers. It means dressing in layers, preparing for the biting cold, and cultivating a deep sense of patience. You can spend hours, even days, waiting under cloudy skies, but this anticipation, this effort, only sweetens the reward. The camaraderie that forms among fellow chasers, strangers huddled together in the dark, sharing thermoses of hot chocolate and stories, is a unique bond, forged in shared cold and collective hope. And then, when the first faint greenish arc appears on the horizon, a hushed reverence falls over the group. Phones and cameras are raised, but soon forgotten, as the sheer scale and beauty of the display command your full attention. Because to chase the northern lights is not only to seek beauty in the skies, it is to discover a profound and often surprising wonder within ourselves. Standing beneath that silent, shimmering curtain of light, a sense of perspective washes over you. The worries and deadlines of daily life seem impossibly small and distant. You are a tiny spectator to a cosmic event that has been occurring for eons and will continue for eons more. It is a deeply humbling experience. In that moment, you are connected to every human who has ever looked up at this same sky in awe. You feel the echo of ancient Norse myths, which saw the lights as the Bifrost Bridge to the realm of the gods, or the reflections from the shields of the Valkyrie. You understand the reverence of the Inuit, who saw the spirits of their ancestors playing a game in the heavens. Science has given us a physical explanation: magnetohydrodynamics, particle acceleration, atomic excitation. But it has not diminished the magic. If anything, it has deepened it. To know that you are witnessing the result of a storm on the sun, 150 million kilometers away, adds a layer of intellectual wonder to the visceral, emotional awe. The experience is a powerful meditation. The cold air sharpens the senses. The immense silence of the Arctic night focuses the mind. You are simply present, watching, feeling. It is a moment of pure being, a reconnection with the natural world and with the universe at large. It reminds us that we are not separate from nature, but an integral part of it, stardust, animated for a brief time, with the capacity to witness and appreciate the grandeur of the cosmos from which we came. This journey into the cold and the dark is ultimately a journey into the light of self-awareness. As our own journey comes to a close, we carry this light with us. The aurora is a bridge between the sun and the earth, between the visible and the invisible, between the scientific and the sacred. It is a reminder that even in the deepest darkness, there is extraordinary light. It is a symbol of the enduring power and beauty of the natural world, a world that we are a part of, and a world that we have a profound responsibility to protect. The glaciers, the wildlife, the pristine darkness of the polar night, they are all part of this intricate, beautiful system. The light of the aurora will return with the coming of the next long night, as it always has. It will continue its silent, magnificent dance for generations to come, waiting for those who are willing to venture into the cold, to look up and to be transformed. This is the promise of the far north. This is the Arctic. This is the light eternal. Subscribe for more cinematic documentaries on nature, wildlife, and Earth's wonders.